I'm about to head out and go camping on the 450L, my very first dual sport moto camping trip. You think I'm about to hand you a pile of dog or something? A little bit of a time machine action. And a bunch of meth heads. This isn't even a big one, for those of you who don't live around here. Feathers everywhere. My girth and my rotundity. Well, that's getting broken. When should I eat it, today or tamale? I guess that's over now. At this moment, I'm not contributing. Wow, you just messed up like 13 things at once. Look at these ballsy bastards. It's the classic Soundgarden song, Symphony of Flatulence. Hello friends, welcome back to the Dork side. I'm the Dork in the road. The 450L is all loaded up and we are going moto camping. Yes, finally. It has been a long summer. I'm the Dork in the road and I want to be your internet riding buddy, so please consider subscribing and maybe hit that like button if you end up enjoying this video. I'm about to head out and go camping on the 450L, my very first dual sport moto camping trip, the least amount of camping gear I've ever taken. I know you guys love to give me crap about how much gear I take, so I'm challenging myself this time on the smaller bike to take less gear. Our friend Tim is on his way. He should be here any minute. He's gonna meet me here. We're gonna head out to a spot in the LC area, meet up with Trav, and have ourselves a grand moto camping adventure. Look who's here. Tim Bothay.
What up?
Welcome to the new casa.
Ah, thank you.
De Dorco. I have a present for you. I was gonna bring it all the way out to you and give it to you at the camp, but I don't want to deal with it. It's not like a joke thing. I can see your face. You think I'm about to hand you a pile of dog or something. So you know that I'm doing that live stream on Friday night, and Charles, the guy, sponsored a bunch of giveaways, and he rides a 500 EXCF, and so he was like, I'm gonna send you something for Tim. So it's not from me. He sent you custom Tim. This is carbon fiber fork protectors. He insisted I send you some of these. So thanks, Charles, for that. I'll link his website in the description. He makes all kinds of carbon fiber stuff, particularly for KLRs if you have one.
Thanks, Charles.
There you go. And now I don't have to carry that. So we're about halfway there here at the Finley Wildlife Refuge. It's kind of cool scenery here in the middle of all this farmland, but we're going to tear up this gravel road and go through the bustling metropolis of Bellefontaine. Do not blink, you will miss it. And then head up past Whole Oaks Lumber into the wilderness over the top to our destination. So this charming hamlet is Bellefontaine. And now we're not in Bellefontaine anymore. I just wonder why these little just like intersections even have city names. Probably used to be a lot bigger back in the day. Kind of a cool spot, but this is Whole Oaks Lumber. So you guys have seen it in videos before, but for those of you who don't remember or who didn't see that video, this is, I think, one of the last steam-powered lumber mills in the country and the world. It's a very old school operation. It's been around for a long time, been in the family for a long time, and they are one of the few places that can still mill the old school, old growth logs, the really, really big stuff that you just don't find anymore, because it was set up for that back in the day when that stuff was a lot more common. You know, and it's a working mill, so we're literally riding kind of through their parking lot right now. Kind of a cool spot, very unique, neat to see. Look at this old machinery. Kind of like a trip back to the past, a little bit of a time machine action. Oh man, the big log grabber's running. They've got a log pond and a wigwam burner. You just don't see that anymore. Cool old equipment. Lots of cool old stuff here. Pretty neat. And the nice thing is when you're messing around in these woods, all roads lead to here. The roads were built to log, and the logs had to come to the mill, so it's hard to get lost. You almost always end up back here at the mill. Oh, this thing is squirrely. Always interesting. Going fast on it. Whoa, man. These tires, I swear. Sometimes I don't love the gravel. Yeah! Good to be back in the woods. In my woods, not like over in Bend where I've been for the last 2 months. Which is also awesome. You know, this is home. Lean the bike, lean the bike. Yeah, that foot steering thing is magic, even when you're sitting like this. It's crazy. Use the clutch, keep the wheel from spinning. Lots of clutch work. Probably some good campsites up here too. I've never bothered to explore any of the side roads. It's all BLM land. Okay, here's the main road. Fun part over. Now to the campsite. Here's the spot. Hopefully no one else is in here. There usually isn't anyone, except maybe Trav. Is it trashed? Yep, it's always freaking trashed. Okay, so this spot's amazing, but we're gonna go check out the campground because in the campground we could have a campfire, and if it's not crazy busy, I don't mind. It's cheap too. This one's like 12 bucks a night or something. Oh no, take that out of the video. I don't want people to know. $200 a night. The two on either side are occupied by people with 6 children under the age of 4 and a bunch of meth heads. It is open. I'm shocked. I am ridiculously shocked. I'm 100% shocked. This late in the year, it's open. I really want to ride my bike on that hiking trail. Campground's really empty. Really empty. That's tempting. That is tempting. This is the one I stayed in before with Chewbacca. As neighbors though. It's open. This is the one. Because I ain't the one. Well, this one's relatively private and should have water access, and the bathroom's right there. We have a majority, so we get to decide. Oh yeah, it's right here, dude. Right here. I can get drunk here. Well, this side is pretty amazing. There is almost no one here. We're right by the bathroom and the river with no neighbors, so we decided it was worth campgrounding it for tonight. I also feel a lot better leaving all my stuff here if we run into town than I do out randomly at a site that someone may want to take the site and my gear. I love this campground. I hate it when it's full. It's amazing when it's empty. And in October, it's kind of empty. So this is what we're doing. I got to unload my dual sport motorcycle and hope I have enough gear to survive the night. There's a banana slug bigger than my dick over here. So this is where I was about to put my tent down. I think I'll move him. Fun fact, I stepped on one of these one time and didn't realize it. And it's the grossest squishing sound and feeling of my life. My kid and I talk about it all the time. Also, you can eat these.
No, thank you.
I'm good. This isn't even a big one for those of you who don't live around here. You know, it's actually cheaper than staying home playing video games and buying stuff. Because he's a teacher. And just come with us. Yeah. Somebody leave a comment on a video was like, 2 pillows, question mark. I don't get it. And so I commented, it's like having 1 pillow, but there's twice as many. So I'm doing something kind of unique with my sleeping setup. I thought I'd show it to you guys. Obviously, my Big Agnes bikepacking tent, love it. Tim's got one too. His is a 3-person though. He's got so much more room. And it's barely any bigger than mine packed up. But anyway, I digress. So I'm trying to save space, so I brought the smaller air mattress this time, and I brought my Enlightened Equipment quilt because my Diamond Park Zero bag is huge and takes up a ton of space, and the quilt takes up less than half as much. But long story, but let's just say I had a mishap with my original Diamond Park 30 bag, and I ended up destroying the top half of it. But I kept the bottom because it was relatively intact, and it was sitting in my closet as I was grabbing stuff, and I was like, hold on a minute, I have an idea. So I brought it and attached it to the mattress, as you can see, and then just put my quilt over the top of it. So I have like a sheet on the bottom and like the gusset around the outside. So you can see that kind of holds in the warmth. That's still got feathers in it. And my pillow barn up on top. It's kind of the perfect complement for a colder night for this quilt. And so I'm glad I hung on to it. Yeah, I know you're gonna ask what happened to the bag, and that's a story I'm happy to tell, but I don't really want it to be like public knowledge because it's kind of stupid. And yeah, it's stupid. So maybe I'll tell it on a live stream after party or something. So, you know, you patrons and channel members can hear about it. Remind me on the next one and I'll try to remember to tell you what happened. Just say I'm dumb and it's destroyed and I had to throw it away because feathers everywhere. I hear a familiar sounding engine. There's the guy right there, the man himself. Mr. Dayglow, Captain Dayglow. Ooh, he is well equipped. Look at all the shit on his bike. The party can begin. I also got a new chair, thanks to Motocamp Nerd. The Big Agnes Mica something. Mica basin, I was right, but it's supposed to hold my my girth and my rotundity. It's all metal construction all the way through, so no plastic sort of hinge.
You think so?
That's why we picked this spot.
Came out beautifully.
The reason he made that video was to put that in.
How you been, man?
Wow. Travis loves to camp ultralight, you know, and only bring the essentials.
Right.
Like a mini Ford Bronco. It's even got tracks on the roof.
Well, this is the 24 scale. I've got 10 scale also.
Oh.
But that's a little bit big to pick on a bit.
Check it. Check that out. Wow. got articulating suspension and a drive line.
Full four-wheel drive.
It has a drive line? Does it spin? Do they spin? Holy crap! That's so weird. Wow, that's getting broken.
Hello, buddy.
Got a pistol grip. Like a Tyco turbo hopper. What does one of those cost you?
I think they're like 120.
I got changed in my shorts and my slippers and everything, and set up tent and everything, and now we're going back to town to get some beverages. So I'm back in my riding gear, but then we can come settle in. Step 1 is complete, so we can go purchase some step 2s, but we're headed into town. It's only about 10 miles. It's supposedly a 20 minute ride. It won't be. We're in LC now. It's not a very big city. There is a restaurant, but there's a store right here, which is apparently where this truck is also going. This will be fun to drive out of. I'm excited. It's like launch position. Bag of ice, 6-pack of Coors Light, Chex Mix, Sour Patch Kids, and then over here on top of the exhaust is Tim's beer. But that's LC. We're gonna do the 10 miles back to camp, and then the camping will truly commence. Truly outrageous. Whoa, Jim. That's a huge birdhouse. What the hell's living in there? Pterodactyl? It's hot down here. Let's get back in the woods. Okay, back at the campground. It's time for the transforming magical act where the Tillamook dry bag that Travis bought magically transforms, he did buy it, transforms into a cooler. Stakes are pretty high. Another low.
Fixed.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah, ice goes in.
Oh yeah. Right into the hole.
There it is. And beers. And
More beers.
more beers. There. See how they're touching the ice? That keeps them cold.
Our beers are touching.
Yeah. It's only drunk if the beers touch. Forgot my tripod, so there's a lot of handheld shots in this video. We're back at camp. The Firewood is not here. I have not seen the camp host, so I don't know if it's so late in the season that they're not here every day. Okay. Or what. But it seems weird that they would have the envelopes over there. I know, I gotta edit around that. It seems weird that they would have the envelopes over there if they're not allowing you to buy firewood. So I'm hoping someone comes in clutch with a firewood delivery. Otherwise, we just paid for the privilege of camping next to an outhouse. I'm paid extra because I'm not getting my firewood. Oh, what the hell is that, Harley? It was really silver. That was the silverest motorcycle. It was like the Silver Surfer's motorcycle that just went by. Also, I'm having a Mr. Puff Puff already because I sort of had dinner at the store and I have 2, so I felt like it. These things are the unofficial mascots of the Pacific Northwest. That might literally be the one that I was under my tent. It looks like him. So Tim is being Tim. This is what he's known for, like gourmet cooking on the campsite. I never cook anything, and Tim like shows up with marinated steak and potatoes and mushrooms.
You used to cook for Ryan all the time.
That's true, he would eat all my food. I like to cook on the fire though. I guess I just haven't gotten into cooking on my jet board.
And the mushrooms, which is
You can pick around those.
Yeah.
You can pick around those.
It's worse than olives.
I flip those things like boogers.
You inspire me.
Thank you.
I like that he doesn't need to know why.
Doesn't matter.
Because you pack pretty minimalist, but you still have the
Room for the
space.
essentials.
Like you have a whole spice kit. My spice cabinet doesn't have this many spices. A steak, you're making it happen. And I was gonna eat these gross freaking dehydrated meals. And then Trav brought the whole grocery pantry because he's got his round the world panniers. He's got more room in one pannier than we have in all of our luggage combined. I'm glad these guys are cooking because there's not gonna be any footage of me cooking. Because I was gonna have a dehydrated meal and then I just ate a corn dog when we were at the store, so there won't be any footage of me cooking. Trav made these tamales at home.
Cool. I slaved over that.
He's just heating them up. He also lives at Costco. Trav has given me a tamale. I'm gonna try to eat it even though I don't have a fork. When should I eat it, today or tamale? Thanks, Trav.
That's not bad.
I've had worse.
There's this one guy that always comments complaining anytime I eat in a video. So I try really hard to eat in the videos for him.
I think these are gluten-free.
They're gluten-free?
Yeah.
No glutes?
This is a cool shot I'm making right now. I ruined it by talking about it. Dun, 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 dun. That is it. Tim is boiling a steak right now. We're doing it Nathan style. 2 minutes on each side and then you eat it.
Chop the horns off, wipe its ass, and put it on the plate.
Let me see. So he literally cooked this for like 4 minutes.
Well, it's a little overcooked.
It's overcooked for. Oh, that is rare, dude. That is super rare. It's. Damn, good for you. I'm glad people like that. I don't, but you know, to each their own. Well, we just walked all the way around the whole campground looking for wood. So I paid for firewood because they used to deliver it here, but apparently they now have a. Whoa. I'm not really sure why I put my foot on that. Because Tim was doing that, and I want to be cool like him. So I guess I was just saying how that thing has lasted a long time and how good it is, and I guess that's over now. Anyway, night's going really well. I've only had like 3 beers. I'm not even drunk. I'm just stupid.
3? You have 3 empty cans right here and a can in your hand.
Yeah, that's 3. This isn't empty. So I haven't had 4. Anyway, I thought we were getting firewood delivered. There's no camp host, so we just walked around, and apparently they now have a corral where you just go and get your firewood if you paid for it, but it is empty. So I paid money for firewood that we can't get, and there's nothing to forage nearby, because you know how it is in campgrounds. Anything that's easy to find or get, people take. I guess we're not having a fire, which is one of the reasons we came to the campground, so I paid 30 bucks, or not have a campfire. And then I destroyed my table. It's literally broken. That's snapped.
I wonder if it'll burn.
And that's snapped. It's time to get a new table. Almost said chair. Not yet. The night is young. It's fine. I don't know what you guys are worried about. Look, it holds my beer up just fine. It's totally fine. The mighty hunter returns, laden with bounty. He is all that is man. Meanwhile, Tim's over here sawing on this log.
I see you haven't made it very far. I made some progress. Look at that.
Dude, this a lot of work went into this. I'm tired just watching him. At this moment, I'm not contributing because I gave up on this fire. So I guess I don't deserve to be warmed by it if and when it ever happens. What the shiza? Look at this guy. But what did you do? And the answer is nothing, because I gave up on this fire hours ago.
Never give up. Never say, Goonies never say dry. Die, even.
Wow, you just messed up like 13 things at once.
I did. Yeah.
Never give up, never surrender.
Right.
Goonies never say dry.
Dry.
They always stay wet.
Yeah.
Do you want my lighter, or?
No.
Do you want my lighter?
Mine's
Use
a
the
torch.
jet oil.
Yeah, use the jet oil.
The team here is doing everything the hard way, apparently.
I've noticed that. I can't even watch you because I'm going blind every time. Ooh. That was the first try.
This dude is actually really good at
Everything.
getting a fire started and tending to it. He was even able to do 2 of them in the rain at the Dual Sport Summer Opener.
That's why I said earlier, you're not going to get this fire going. Knowing it would piss him off enough to make a fire. Because it's what we did outside of Kashmir. And he just started chopping wood drunkenly with my hatchet, which is the only time it got used on the whole trip. So I'm glad somebody used it. And we had a fire after you just randomly put fire starters on a log. You're doing great work. I just want you to know that. Hey. Oh!
That was so much better than
I did not think it was going to happen again. Did you do that on purpose? He did that a minute ago with a stick and almost fell, and we thought it was funny, so we started our cameras, and he did it so much worse the second time, which never happens. Yeah. Awesome. Tim is trying to get the big log going, so he put in everything we have underneath it. I'm not convinced it's gonna burn, but I'm enjoying the show. They have a very efficient cleanup crew here at Alsea Falls Campground. For the record, we didn't purposefully throw a bunch of chips on the ground, litter all over the place. Trav thought it'd be really funny to throw me the bag of chips last night in the dark, and even though I'd said, don't throw me the bag of chips, yeah, they didn't land in an opportune position, and it was dark, so we couldn't clean them up. But we don't have to now, because the birds are taking care of it. My table remains smashed to hell, so... Also, I was gonna make coffee, but where? Jesus.
I got it on camera. You were in the frame. That was so great.
He was coming right at me. That's just Bubbles, right? Let's go with Bubbles. One of those damn birds just landed on Tim's head and I couldn't get my camera out fast enough. Look at these ballsy bastards. Holy shit, it almost happened again. Yeah, they are habituated to humans. Okay, we're laying a trap.
Oh,
Sit
they're
still.
checking you out. This one's checking you out.
Checking you out.
Wait, what's that? What is that? What is that? What is that on your head?
Hi, buddy.
The birds are bugged out, at least temporarily, so I don't know if I'm gonna get any footage of one on top of Tim's head, but that happened. It was cool. Good morning, Coffee's here, Tim's here, Trav's here. It's a little chilly, not too cold, considering we're camping in October. Also have to give a shout out to Chris, who I rode with in Bend, who hooked me up with some smart wool base layers. So thanks for that, man. This stuff is very warm, very comfortable. And of course my scorpion jacket that our friends at Scorpion sent me. Well, I'm table shopping, so any recommendations for tables? I think I know what I'm gonna get, but.
Why are you table shopping, Ben?
Because some birds came in the night and destroyed my table. Oh. I must have left some Doritos on it, and they came in and just smashed it to get to them. But you know, just your typical camp morning. Coffee's going. Nobody's really forming coherent thoughts, except Trav, because he's had a couple cups already. I just stayed in the tent till about 7:40 because it was cold and I didn't want to get out, so I just like did the dozing thing, which is pretty late for me. I don't normally sleep in this late, so I felt pretty good about it. And then Tim got awakened by a bunch of birds on the roof of his tent. Super weird. I don't know how those Doritos got there.
And then the farting started.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a symphony of flatulence.
Isn't that a Soundgarden song?
Morning reveille.
Yes, the classic Soundgarden song, Symphony of Flatulence. Chris Cornell's finest work. Behind the scenes, I don't want to be talking when he's filming, but Travis is making some wheeling videos with this little Bronco. Apparently it's a gymnastics. He's making gymnastics videos. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be wheeling. Almost recovered it. It's about time to start packing up, I think. There's Trav saying the same thing to his camera. I'm gonna pack up my tent and give you guys a lovely view of my friend the Slug while I do it. Well, this has been a fun trip. We didn't exactly end up where we thought we were gonna be, and we didn't get the campfire as we thought we were gonna have. Look at the top of this, it looks so weird. Why didn't you tell me my head looks like this?
Your head looks weird.
Oh, okay, thanks. I need to pull it down farther, maybe. Anyway, it was good to get out with the fella. It's always good to fall camp, extend that season. We've got this unseasonably warm weather here in the middle of October, actually, now. So we had to take advantage of it. Thank you, fellas, for camping with me and hanging out. It's a blast as always. Never a dull moment with these two. They bring the funny and the entertainment and the birds on Tim's tent. So nothing left to do but put my riding gear on and throw the last bag on the bike here. So I think I'm gonna say goodbye here. But before I do, I just wanna give a big shout out and thank you to my channel members and patrons, without whom content like this wouldn't be possible. Channel members and patrons get early access to videos. You get merchandise discounts and other perks like access to the live stream after parties, which there's a live stream this Friday night actually, which will have already happened by the time you see this. Also want to say thank you to all of you that have been using those affiliate links to Rocky Mountain, Giant Loop, Motocamp Nerd, and Revzilla. You know, every time you make a purchase using those, I get a little bit of a commission. Doesn't cost you any extra, and you help support me and my family and my ability to continue literally living my dream, which is only possible because of you guys. So thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. But for now, and as always, I just want to say thank you very much. Nope. What do I want to say? Thank you forever, bro. But for now, and as always, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other.
Oh, thank you.
You bet.
I'm gonna have to edit that part out. Thanks, Tim.